prepared is the name of the game. You never know when you might find yourself without network connection or if the grid goes down. With a 12-month, $99.95 a month plan, you can get a free iSat phone too. This device is capable of making calls, sharing your position, sending text messages, and can be used as an SOS beacon. These phones can be used almost anywhere in the world. Be prepared in an emergency situation. Communication is key to survival. Contact the Satellite Phone Store for more information.
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
Welcome back, everybody. We are on to the second day now of the Baja 1000. All these updates today are brought to you guys by F&L Racing Fuel right here, presented by KMC Wheels and all of our other sponsors. So now, how many of you guys are still out there? Let's see how many are still awake. It is now 12 p.m. a.m. midnight Pacific time. It is 1 a.m. down in La Paz, and some of the bikes are getting really close to finishing. They are within about 100 miles of having a finisher. The 1X is ahead, and as you can see right here, they're less than 100 miles to that finish line in La Paz. These bikes started racing yesterday at 2 a.m. our time. That means they've been racing for 22 hours right now, and they're going to be there probably in about an hour and a half, maybe or so. Yeah, maybe a little more than that actually. It just depends. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know on a bike this last 150 miles how what it's like or not, but they've got or actually only 97 miles to go. 97 miles to go to the finish line for the 1X. Behind the 1X is the 5X and the 97X. Same order, pretty much. They've ran in all day. The 5X was up ahead a little bit earlier, and yeah, that's just, you know, it's been a pretty easy day in the bikes for tracking. At least hasn't been too much drama. The 1X and the 5X, like I said, they were really close for a while earlier in the day, so that made it a little more interesting. But then once the 1X got ahead, they've kind of checked out. So it's the 1X's race to lose or win at this point. Either way, less than 100 miles to go. We're gonna have our first finisher in the bike class. Behind them a little ways, we have to find the first quad. It's been the 8A all day, and they are still there. 8A, then the 3A, and that's a look at your top couple quads. Let's see what you guys are saying. 1 a.m. in Lake Havasu City. That's right. What are you guys? What else are you guys saying? I am getting a little bit tired here, but we're gonna power through. Just opened a new monster. This is a blue one, the Ultra Fiesta, because Fiesta sounds like Baja, right? You're gonna have a Fiesta. So I'm having an Ultra Fiesta. Gonna stay awake for a while longer. We got a lot more racing to cover. We're gonna be up at least until 8 or 9, 10 o'clock in the morning doing these updates. We'll be up longer than that doing my tracking, but we're gonna keep you guys posted. So let's go look at the trucks. Let me turn some of these bikes off now. Turn the trophy truck layer on. All right, here we go. Look at these. The trucks are not actually that far behind the bikes once you scroll out just a little bit. These lead trucks are almost at mile 850. We have Rob McCachran here. Luke McMillan is driving the number 11. And we have Tavo here. Now, it does look like Tavo has closed up the gap just a little bit on Luke here. It looks like Luke is at mile 838, and then Tavo is at 822. So that is, what is that, 16 miles behind him? I think he had up over 20 miles last time we looked. So either Luke McMillan slowed down a little bit, or Tavo picked it up a little bit. What do you guys think? You guys think Tavo picked it up? Or do you think Luke slowed down a little bit? Now, Luke is very smart. He knows that if he gets too big of a lead and has a problem because he's pushing too hard, that's not very smart. he doesn't need to beat Rob McCaffrey by half an hour. Or, I mean, sorry, he doesn't need to beat Tavo by half an hour. He just needs to beat him. So, let's see, where did Luke McMillan started? I think they started second, right? And then Tavo, where did Tavo start again? Let me look. I think he was like fifth or something, wasn't he? Tavo was 1, 2. So yeah, see, the 11 started second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots back. So the 21 started 5 minutes behind the 11. So Luke does have to stay 5 minutes ahead of the 21 in order to beat him on time. So you're going to want to be at least 5 miles ahead of him, just so you know you have the difference there covered on correct time at the finish. So it'll be interesting to see. But I do think that the gap closes a little bit there. And then at the same time, we need to go look and see where Cameron is. So hold on, his tracker's still not working here. We're going to pull up Cameron for you guys. His updated at 11:53. So his other tracker hasn't worked for a little while either, which is a bummer. So I'm going to watch and see if his tracker updates again. The last time it did, he was back over here on the highway by mile 800. So we're going to try to get a good update on Cameron. His truck has been a little bit tough today on the trackers. You can see even on my tracker, see the last time Cameron's updated, that's the road going into, if I zoom out a little bit, into San Juanico. So here's San Juanico right here. And the last time his tracker updated, he was just back up and to the left of it. So if we go back to the other map, San Juanico, he was right up here last time it updated. But that was over 10 minutes ago. So he's still going to be right down here, right behind the 21. He's just playing a smart game. I talked to Cameron before he got in here, and he said that he wants to make up some time on these guys around the Loreto section. He said he felt he had some good lines around Loreto, and he might be able to make up a little bit of time in Loreto. So he was going to cruise behind these guys, see what happens with the all-wheel drives, and then when they get to Loreto, Cameron thought he could make up a little bit of time around the Loreto section, which is right over here. So I don't know exactly where, but somewhere around here, Cameron was going to try to make a little bit of a move. So we'll see what happens here. It's hard with the trackers not all updating to know exactly where they are, but it'll be fun to see if Cameron can push these guys a little bit. Right now, these guys are kind of on cruise control, honestly. The two of them just hanging out on front there. So that's what we see. All right, what are you guys saying? 16 miles, 16 minutes? Yeah, exactly. Still got a race. It's definitely you can't cruise yet. You got to keep on the gas. One flat tire, one little something, and that changes the whole game too. It doesn't really matter too much here. We have Luke on the BFGs, of course, and then we have Tavo on the Toyos, and then we have Cameron on the BFGs. So 2 out of the top 3 trucks are on BFG right now. We got 1 on Toyo. So a little bit of tire wars going on. And Cameron's just updated right now. Hang on. We're going to go back. Check it out. He just updated right there. So he's just down. Cameron, I'm going to get an exact mile and tell you guys. Hold on. We're going to get an update here on Cameron. It does look like he's pretty close to Tavo, actually, though, just from looking at this map. Let's see. Hold on. Loading it in right now. We're going to loading into my Google Maps. We'll get a good mileage on him. He's almost to, what is this, 825? He's at about 824 right now. So Cameron is at just about 824. And look at this. Look at where Tavo was 3 minutes ago at 824. So he's literally 3 minutes behind Tavo. That's almost exactly where Cameron is, right there where Tavo is. So really, really close racing. He got in the car. You guys saw Tavo did that driver change. Cameron is going to have to pit before Tavo does, though, for sure, because Tavo pitted more recently than Cameron did. So he's 3 minutes. The 16 is 3 minutes behind the 21 right now. So that's a look at the leaders here for you guys. Let's see. LR is having a pretty impressive run. Yeah, where is LR? Yeah, we don't want to forget about LR. Look at this. 4th place right here, LR, Larry Rossler, Mr. Baja. He is soloing the whole race, and he is having a hell of a run so far. He's almost 800 miles into this thing, still driving. He started this morning. He hasn't got out of the truck. I don't believe his co-driver got out of the truck either, and it's definitely pretty cool to see what's going on there. Somebody says here, Tavo changing at 10:50 with Senior. Yeah, so I think that plan, and I could be wrong, I think that plan is up in the air. If Tavo is at the front right there, I don't believe Tavo's going to get out of the truck. I could be wrong. Senior might get in, but I did hear that if Tavo was in the lead or running for the lead, that Senior was going to make Tavo or let Tavo stay in and take it to the finish. We'll see though. He might put Senior in. It all depends on that. So at 10:50, you guys heard that. We'll see what happens when they get down here. If any of you guys know for sure after 10:50 if he got in or not, let us know. But my guess is if this race stays the way it is right now, Tavo is not getting out of that truck. I don't think you'd be able to pry him out of that truck. Maybe his dad could, but it is his dad's truck, right? But because that's the new Mason. Tavo didn't get his yet. I don't think he's getting out of the truck. And look at this. Did he just close the gap some more? So 8:44 and 8:31. 13 miles behind. Wasn't he 16 behind a second ago when we looked? Right? Who remembers? Didn't I just say 16? I'm pretty sure I did. 16 miles. Yeah. He just make up 3 more miles in the time that I was doing this update. I wonder if something is going on with the number 11 here, because that's a lot of mileage to make up in a couple minutes. He just made up, and they updated 0 minutes ago and 0 minutes ago. So those are both good updates. That is definitely, he just made up 3 miles, right? 844.8, 831.8, say. That would be 13 miles. He just made up 3 more miles within 5 minutes of talking or less. So something going on with the 11 possibly, or Luke is taking it really easy through here. Kind of interesting. He's at La Purisma right now. We'll check in with the maybe I can check in with Luke's crew and hear if they see if they've heard anything yet. The speed difference it's hard to tell on here, because one could ping in a corner on the entrance, one could ping on the exit. It's really hard to tell the speed difference because they don't update exactly the same time, so it doesn't really. Looking at, like, he's doing 33 and he's doing 76. Yeah, he's doing a lot more, but he's not over here right now. So if you could get a ping for the 21 in exactly the same spot in a minute and see what he's doing, that would be a little bit closer. But the speed on here really is hard to judge anything off of the speed. So we'll see how much. Let me see. Hang on, maybe I can get an update for you guys. Let's see. Hold on a second. All right, we're gonna put out a feeler here, and I'm gonna see what's going on here. See if we can get an update for you guys. In the meanwhile, let's go look at some other cars. We don't want to just talk about the trophy trucks the whole time. I know you guys want to see some other classes. So Class 1, this was a good race. A little bit ago, we had Brian Busby go live for us. That was awesome for the FNL Cullen pit. So the 100 Cody Parkhouse is out front. Then we have Brad Wilson. They were able to get around the 105 when they were pitting. So it's the 100, and then the 153, and then the 105, Mason Cullen, and then a Shelby Reed in the 168. So that's a look there. And then we have the 138 is the other Wilson car is in 5th. So those are your top 5 1 cars, pretty much the only ones that are on course here. And yeah, that's that. So somebody else just did say that Luke is in a speed zone, and that might be why Tavo's making up some time. So that would kind of make sense. We'll see. This is a slow speed zone through here. So we'll see once Tavo gets into the speed zone where Luke is. I think this was actually a 37 through this little town right here on this road. So that's a pretty slow speed zone through there. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Someone says, I'm drunk as hell watching Fishgistics. Love it. All right. Well, I hope you guys are having fun. I'm glad you guys are still awake. And, I'd probably have a few beers by now, too, if I didn't have to do this. But if I did that, then I'll get even more tired. And then you guys won't get as many updates, probably. Because it's now 12:15, so I have to stay awake. So you guys can drink some beer for me. I'm going to have some Monster. Maybe you guys can drink some Michelob Ultras. That would be good, since they're one of our sponsors up here. That would be a good beer to have. So go have some Michelob Ultras for me. All right. Pour a couple out if you're, pour one out for the homies thing. 19 is Tim Herps, and the 4, Justin Matney. Let's see, Larry Rosser. All right, what were we looking at? We were looking at Class 1, but we're done with those. So let's go to Class 10. And where's Class 10? They're back up here a ways. So the 1080 still leading. They've been leading the last couple times we looked. 1046, 1016, 1001. That's your race right there right now, is between those 4 cars. in the trophy truck spec class. Another good race, really good race going on. Look at this. Look at how close it is still with these top 6 cars right here. You have the 200 out front still. Then you have the 261 Jeff Bader. And they're past mile 680 now. So we have a change of driver here. This is Jeff Bader and Erica Sachs in there now. They are going to take this truck all the way to the finish. So fresh driver in the 261. I don't know the driver plan for the 400, but I do know they have a fresh driver in the 261. So look for the 261 to possibly make up some time right here on the 200, and especially with Erica riding in there, she's really good at notes. So they might have some lines. Keep an eye on these 2 trucks right here. You might see a little bit of that gap closing up pretty soon on these guys. Justin Davis, talk about gaps closing. This guy has been on a mission since he got in the car. I think he got in around Bay of LA or a little bit south of there, and he's just on it. He started way back, and look at him. He's now running 3rd on the road, and he's almost caught up to these leaders. If he keeps going on this pace, Justin Davis is going to be leading by the next time we come on our update. So Justin Davis is on fire right now. He's got a really good run going. The 238 has a really good run going too. That's the Coastal truck, Tisco truck. And in the 238 right now is Jason Coleman. So Jason Coleman is in the 238. And he is going to go all the way to mile 890, and then he's going to get out there. So Jason Coleman currently driving the 238. The 236 is right behind them, and then Ryan Hancock is the 228, and that is actually, let's see, Brock Heger. So Brock Heger is in the 228, and they are making up some time. Remember we talked about this last update. They had some downtime early, and okay, Reese Millen. Somebody just said Reese Millen is in the. Oh, Ryan Millen. Sorry. Okay, Ryan Millen is in the. Here we go. Update from Christian Serapis. Ryan Millen is in the 236. All right, so another good driver in the 236 right here. Ryan Millen is in here, and we have one of the fastest spec truck drivers. Brock Heger is in the 228 right now. So this is going to be a really good race because these 2 guys are going to close the gap on these guys for sure. So once again, 6100 spec truck, whatever you want to call it, one of the best races in off-road. I think this is the best drivers class in off-road racing right now. As a matter of fact, I know it is. These trucks, it's a trophy truck with a spec motor, so you can go basically floored the whole time if you have enough talent to be able to do it. So it's really cool to watch specifically this class racing in Baja. And look at this, we're 700 miles. This is mile 700. And 6 cars are within 15 miles or less of each other, maybe 10 miles, whatever that is. That's pretty damn good racing right there. So if you guys are looking to get into racing, I would definitely suggest spec truck. That's what I would go do. If I didn't have the money to compete with the top guys in trophy truck, I would go race trophy truck spec right now. That's the best bang for your buck, definitely. Okay, what else are you guys saying? Any update on TT45? Yeah, TT45, the Mango guys. They had a not such a good time on the tractor trail, Fred's tractor trail. They're sitting over here. You can't see them right now. They're right there. They are. Gary Magnus. They ended up on a rock right here, and the rock broke the drive shaft. So they're stuck on the rock, and they can't move the truck, but they can't change the drive shaft because the rock's in the way. So they were trying to get pulled off it. And then they lost one of the parts for the drive shaft, so they weren't able to put the spare on. So they're having to wait, and somebody nice is going to stop over here, hopefully, and they're going to give them a drive shaft, and they're going to take it in 8 miles to the truck. That's the plan right now. So that's what's going on with TT45, if you guys are wondering. The Mango truck right here. They're waiting for the drive shaft. Hopefully they got pulled off the rock by now. And then once they get a drive shaft, then they're going to be going again. So that's what's going on there. The other Mango truck, Chelsea's truck, the 232, was going good last time I checked. They were having a pretty good day. So that's what's going on with the Mango guys. What else are you guys saying over here? All right. Well, it's starting to slow down a little bit now. So who else do you guys want to see? We got about, I'll do 5 more minutes here. So what else do you guys want to see? Class 10 used to be great racing, but TT specs. Yeah, it used to be Class 10. It was, but honestly, I think a lot of the fast Class 10 guys went to Trophy Truck Spec because it's not that much difference in money once you buy the truck. Obviously, a Trophy Truck Spec costs a lot more than a Class 10 car, but running a Trophy Truck Spec really isn't that much more expensive than a Class 10 car. The transmissions are about the same, if not less. The motors are a little bit more, but they probably last longer in the Trophy Truck Spec. possibly. So it's, you know, parts wear out about the same. Fun factor, I think it's a lot more fun to drive a trophy truck spec. You can go through the whoops. It's a lot nicer. You can drink your coffee. It's not going to spill all over you like in a buggy where you're out of control the whole time. Dave Cole. Yeah, we have to go look at Dave Cole. He was down earlier for a long time, and yeah, this is not good news for Dave Cole. He's still over here. They had some major electrical problems. I don't know how long they're going to go before they call it. I know Dave was taking a nap earlier. His guys were trying to work on it and try and get it fixed, but definitely not good news for Dave Cole. At some point here, he's going to be beyond the point of no continue, just from time factor alone. I don't know if he's going to call it or what, but I haven't got an update. I'll let you know if we do. Let's check on the Polaris, the new Polaris R. So Justin Ellenberg is now leading this class, it looks like, and behind him is Tyler Backus. Wayne Matlock's still going. He's up to third. He's made a pass, so he got by Travis Zollinger, who Travis Zollinger is actually in an RS1 also doing the RS1 challenge. So Wayne Matlock has got ahead of him, and he's there. So let's see. What else? You guys are asking about 7 again? Yeah, let's go look, because it was actually Proctor and Shamley were pretty close. Okay, so not anymore. So Jeff Proctor in the Honda truck has checked out a bit now. I think this is actually going to be, I'm not sure who's driving this section. I think that might be Rossi, Alexander Rossi, driving the second section. I forget what Pat said. I know that Hengefeld was going to drive the last section where Pat was going to, but Pat's not driving it anymore. So Hengefeld was going to drive it instead. Jeff Proctor started, so I don't know who's in it right now, but Dan Shamley running second in Class 7. So we got 709 and 700 there. All right, we're going to look at the UTVs, Class 11, and then we're signing off for this update. I have to go, I got to get some more Monster. I'm going to have a snack, and I got to find some pictures to post for you guys. It's kind of hard now that it's nighttime, not a lot of content coming in, because everybody, for one, is asleep, half the people on the peninsula, well, some of them, and then it's nighttime, so it's hard to film anything. When cars come by, you just see a light go by. So Justin Lambert is your leader still in the Pro Turbo class. Phil Blurton is second, Brandon Sims. So definitely 3 big names now. First, Lambert, Blurton, Sims. Then Wes Miller, PJ Jones, Jason Murray. Back to Francisco, Herman, Alex, John, and so on. So still, it's the Justin Lambert show. He actually, I think he won 2019, maybe? I don't think he won last year, right? I think he's won recently, though, the Baja 1000 Justin Lambert has. So that's your look at the top in the turbo class here. And let's see. Normally aspirated. Let me load them. Elias Hanna in the NA car, the UTV, still in the lead. He's been in the lead all day. That's actually the longest that one of the the Hondas on the Jeff Proctor team have gone good, actually. So maybe they got him dialed in now. They got Elias Hanna here. He's having a good run. Caden Wells here, and then Joe Bolton. Zach Seislov, maybe I spoke too soon. He's the other Honda one. He's at 0 miles an hour back here. But definitely it looks like the 1920 so far. Well, I don't know. We'll see if we jinx him. Maybe it goes 0 miles an hour after I say that. Elias Hanna is going good there. So, all right, what else do you guys have? 236 stopped. Yeah, they're probably pitting down there. Harley Racing. No, Harley is not racing. Harley Lettner. He did have an offer to come down and race a trophy truck. I'm not going to tell you guys which one, but he did have an offer, but he wasn't able to make it happen. But he did get asked. All right, so that's a look there. We'll go look at the Class 11s real quick, and then we're signing off until the next update. I think, did I already look at them this time? I don't even know. We'll look at them one more time. All right, there's a bunch moving. 1104, 1111, 1113. Well, look at this race. 1165, 1145. Really good race, especially between these top 5 Class 11 cars. Definitely cool. So that's the race right now. The lead trophy truck, if you're just joining us, is the 11 right here. Is Rob McCackern, Luke McMillan driving, mile 852. So he's at 852.9 and then 843.1. Okay, so what do we have there? Is that 9 miles? Now, Tavo is now in the speed zone, actually. This is the speed zone here. So once Luke gets out of the speed zone, he's going to put a little bit of gap back on him, but I don't think he's going to get back to 16 miles on him by the end of the speed zone. I think Tavo definitely made up a little bit of time on him before this section. So I didn't hear anything back if Luke was having an issue or not. But yeah, I think that was about it. All right, so we'll keep you guys posted. We'll be back in 35 minutes at 1 o'clock with your next update. Hopefully a lot of you guys are back too. Let me see. What are you guys saying? Just you're going to get the Michelob Ultra Shower at the finish line. Perfect. 77 through race mile 705. There you go. There's your Robbie update right before we sign off. But no more Robbie updates after this because I'm out of funds in Venmo for you guys for your Robbie updates. So you're back to banned until I get some more money in the Venmo for Robbie updates. All right. So that's that. See you guys in about half an hour with your next updates on here on Fishgistics. Big thanks to all of our sponsors that keep us going all through the night. F&L Racing Fuel, KMC Wheels, two big ones. They've been with us for a long time. King Shocks, Polaris Razor, BFG Tires, the best tires. Satellite Phone Store, got to stay connected, especially in Baja. 4 Wheel Parts, Rigid, Polaris, all those guys. Alexander Ford, Vi-Metal Trailers, and Alpha Distribution, Michelob Ultra. Go get some Ultras. And we'll be, Tavo's making sure Dad's not getting in. Yeah, I don't know. Tavo's not getting out of that car. There's no way you're pulling that kid out of the car. He won't even stop at the pit probably. So, all right, we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Shop for your rig and save big during 4 Wheel Parts Season of Savings. Save up to $350 and free installation offers on tires. Buy 3, get 1 or 2 free on select wheels by 4WP Factory and ProComp. Plus, deals up to 25% off on suspension, overland, and accessories. And don't miss on your chance to win a free 2022 Jeep Gladiator or Boxo Toolbox. Shop now in one of our 100 stores nationwide or at 4WP.com.
If off-road adrenaline is what you crave, we've got exactly what you need. Introducing the all-new Razor Turbo R and revolutionary Razor Pro R. Reimagined from the ground up with the power to push you further, the confidence of next-level strength, and exceptional control for conquering the wildest terrain. The next generation of Razor is here, and it's built for those who live wide open.
Mark, why does the Growers Company buy Ford? Is there any particular reason for that?
Yes, we do, because we depend on a good product, and Ford has been good to us in the past. We put a lot of miles on our vehicles, and they hold up for us, John.
And it was a long time ago, Mark, but you're still buying Ford trucks from Alexander Ford.
We sure do, and we get the same great service even today at Alexander Ford.
Alexander Ford. We were here for you then, here for you now, and long into the future. A difference you can count on.